Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in to Ignorance to Enlightenment channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you are notified every time a video is dropped. Again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Today's topic, so I located an article. It was talking about how there are certain alien experts. They're just putting out a warning of potential harm to extraterrestrials from U.S. attacking UFOs with advanced technology. Ooh. So just based off on the title alone, here they're talking about how the U.S. government, um, who are alien experts, they've warned of potential harm to extraterrestrials from U.S. attacking UFOs. So I guess the government has some type of secret advanced technology, allegedly. So again, you all have to say allegedly because if it hasn't been proven, well, actually, they already said advanced technology. Maybe that wasn't the right word, but over here we do have to say allegedly because if you don't have all your facts, you just don't want to be putting out a false statement, especially since we are in a, I wouldn't say golden age, but we're for to be in a season of misinformation and disinformation. This is why I've started this channel, Ignorance to Enlightenment, because not only the past elections that we done had from 2016 and 2020 and now 2024, I feel like my channel, as well as other content creators who are, um, as they're going through a journey of enlightenment, we're going to be very needed in these next few years, because I have seen a lot of us as American citizens, we are just falling for disinformation and misinformation. So if you want to know what disinformation is, it's just pretty much not giving you the right information. People are just lying and just putting out bad propaganda, aka an agenda, and they just marketing it, and they just out here lying. And then misinformation, they just misinform you, or they'll tell you half truths and half lies. So people, it's important to do this type of research. Read articles, watch documentaries. Um, you got to study history. I do suggest that people start getting into occultism. I understand America's full of religious people, but it's time for a lot of us. You can still keep your religion, but you need to also be well versed in other religion and other spirituality systems. This is going to be very important. Doing these from 2025 to 2029. Mark my words. We're going to be put in a lot of misinformation and disinformation, season, and we're going to be told half truths and half lies about a lot of things. So the first thing I do want to talk about here is the UFO situation. Not sure if you all have been watching, but they did have a committee going on. Things like that. If I was you, I would start watching things like that. So that way you can stay on top of things and then still do your own individual research. And I understand, you all. I totally understand that a lot of us, working people, those of us who make $0 to $100,000 net annually, I understand, and whether you have kids or not, I understand that we're busy and we're just struggling and we're burnt out. I understand, Americans and everybody else who are not Americans, but you're still part of the working class in your country. Um, but we gotta put in some time into research, and this is why I feel like this channel is going to be very important in the future, that I am also part of the working class, and I've kind of have realized my own ignorance, and something that I can take responsibility for is I need to read. I need to start picking up a book to read. So you all, this is going to be important to research, watch documentaries, you know, keep your eyes and ears open on just new information, but just research. Just can't fall for anything. So they're just talking here that extraterrestrial experts, they're just trying to sound the alarm. about harm inflicted on aliens. I don't like the word aliens. I like to say high intelligent beings. So I guess they're trying to say is the U.S. government. Um, well, extraterrestrial experts are ringing an alarm, bing, 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 to let people know there has been harm inflicted on uh, high intelligent beings when UFOs are forcibly brought down to Earth. So now America, they're coming out saying, hey, um, we have this type of technology that we can't tell you all or our ops. That's what some of the, not only the young people, but those who use slang, you know, we don't want our ops, aka our adversaries or people who don't like America. We don't want the ops, and we don't want the general public here in America and other countries to know that we have this secret or this really advanced technology that we are able to shoot down. Um, so they also are talking about guy here, Ross Coulthart. He's supposedly a prominent investigative journalist. He's known for his work in putting out, alleged cover-ups by the U.S. government that concerns aliens and UFOs. And he has echoed and expanded upon claims made last month by Danny Sheehan, an attorney with keen interest in alien affairs. Sheehan has previously stated the U.S. government developed a technology to knock some of these things down. It's an extraordinary powerful technology, we'll call it, capable of disabling the craft and forcing them down. So this guy here is saying that they have developed some type of technology. The U.S. government, they haven't really just said, hey, y'all, we got this technology. We can knock the UFOs down. But they're saying they're able to knock off some of these things. But what we have to know as everyday people, aka general population or the masses, us everyday people have to understand that it's possible that they may have this type of technology. But here's where I feel like you know, it's a little confusing, because it's like most of the time, or when you watch the UFO hearings, a lot of times they say, hey, they couldn't shoot it down, or they was being outrun by them, or they'll just disappear. But maybe that's why they said they were able to, for some, with the technology that they had, they were able to take some of them down. But me personally, I think it might have been they probably could take some of it, but some of them down. But I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's a lot of them they're able to shoot down, as they want to make it sound like, hey, America, we can defend ourselves and we still got some kind of power. No, these high intelligent beings has been known allegedly to turn off our nukes and turn them on. And if you don't believe me, do your research. And if I can find that information, I will present it to you all. But you have to be careful, And like I said, I don't want to talk too much about the U.S. government on my channel, because the FBI, the CIA, the alphabetical boys and girls are always listening. And like I said, this is going to be the season of a lot of disinformation and misinformation, and trying to ban people and books and channels and content creators because they don't want truth coming out. So most of the time, the high intelligent beings are able to allegedly turn our nukes and turn them off. So the guy, Danny Sheehan, he also added, it's an extraordinary, sophisticated type of technology that's been developed to take them down. Now, that doesn't mean they haven't compensated for that. But there were a number of vehicles that were recovered, intact vehicles. Oh, yeah, you all. And I know some of you all may find this kind of boring, me reading things. But hey, this is where, it's important. We have to start reading, especially here in America. We got to start reading, and reading. Because a lot of times you'll find solutions or the enlightenment in when you read. Back here. But there were a number of vehicles that were recovered, intact vehicles that were forced down by this technology. So what he's saying is that this wasn't a passive. Just go find one that happens to have accidentally crashed and hit by lightning or something. Right here in this little keynote here, they are saying there's undeniable proof of alien civilization will emerge. So I guess sooner or later, some top scientists in our the UFO committee, hopefully they'll come out and start telling about the alien civilizations that they have been, uh, has I guess able to look, they've been able to find. The guy Cohart, that's his last name, speaking on news now, he supported Sheehan's assertions and issued his own cautionary statement. I am told that we, the American public, should be informed and are using high pulse microwave weapons against non-human craft, and we are bringing those craft down so that we can retrieve them and salvage the technology. I do agree with that. I can definitely see the U.S. government, once the craft or the ship or whatever, or their vehicles. I like to call them vehicles since they're space vehicles. Crash, of course, that's just like Americans, just like the government do. Will try to see if they can reverse engineer it, reverse it to see if they can get power out of it and try to put it in their own military force. I guess he stays saying here, God knows what we are doing to the alien beings craft inside those alien beings inside those crafts. I hope we treat them with respect. Heaven help us if there is ever a reckoning for the crimes and indeed immoralities we have committed in the name of national security. And see, here's my thing. Hey, American government got to slow down because these are high intelligent beings. These are not of people from Earth. Well, I shouldn't say that. They have been living among us. There's been reports and videos of them saying, hey, they have been walking among us. I agree with what the guy is saying here. I hope they've been being respectful, but we all know how the American government work. They're barely respectful to things or people that is not of what they believe things should be. And I wouldn't be surprised it'll be some type of issue between the government and the higher intelligent beings, and they might just come out and be like, F it, look, pew, pew. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like the problem with the American government is the American government is so arrogant, so narcissistic that they can't understand that there's always going to be something better, stronger, faster than the American government. There's always a higher power and a higher consciousness than the American government. And it's something I feel like the American government will soon find out. And everybody got to understand the American empire will fall. This is not fear mongering. This ain't scaring you. This is not just, opinions. Everything is right is already on the wall. It's pretty much on the wall if you haven't been paying attention. So the fact that if the government hasn't been respectful, then we shouldn't be surprised that there's going to be issues between, and that's why you all have to understand. If you remember back in 2017, I believe under Trump's administration, um they wanted to start a space force program. Well, now it kind of makes sense, don't it? That is, maybe it's been years going on that they've been the higher intelligent beings and the U.S. government probably been shooting each other down or whatever. But lately, it seemed like it's been more aggressive, and they've been, just been a lot going on behind the scenes. And now, the American government saying, "Hey, we gotta have a force team." I don't know why our military is not will get wiped out. Okay, and I just can't wait to the American government and all the other countries on this planet. Can you please accept we will get wiped out? For some reason, the American government, like I said, it's time to come out of ignorance into enlightenment. The American government don't want to accept that there is some other beings that are more powerful and more smarter and can wipe us out. The hell with the nukes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. They're saying here that although Cohart offered no evidence to back his allegations or detail how he has knowledge of incident, he has recently become yet another high-profile person to discuss these continuous issues, following a wave of similar remarks by Sheehan. All right, so this here is I'm sure by copyright I probably can't play it, but here you can, look at the name of the title, and this was part of the U.S. Congress hearing on the UFO. I do suggest that you all watch that because it is very informative. But yes, you all, it's they have now put out an article that, hey, there's been some type of harm to higher extraterrestrial beings from the United States. So, if we all start seeing strange events happening, just know it might be because the U.S. government and the higher intelligent beings, they've been at it, and there's been issues with each other because the U.S. government, I guess, done pose harm to the high intelligent beings. But there's also been articles and other evidence that those high intelligent beings have also hurt other U.S. government employees. But hey, hopefully it don't be a whole World War V out here. But okay, you all, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can always be notified when the videos drop. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.